So God kind of gave me a wake-up call this week. I had been really frustrated in the things that I was pursuing. I felt that God had called me to do, well, this, and nothing was really coming out of it. At least it didn't feel that way. My channel hasn't grown a whole lot and the ideas just seemed to stop coming, but I do think part of that was that I was focusing on my own wants and numbers instead of what actually God wanted. But nonetheless, I talked to God about it. I was like, God, I feel like this was my purpose. I feel like this is what you called me to do, and now that I followed through with it, nothing's happening. My channel's not growing, I don't have any motivation, the ideas have stopped. What is supposed to be happening? What the heck, you know? And I felt as though God in response said, And I felt as though in response God said, well, you know, if you actually had done what I asked you to do and stopped focusing on numbers and different things like that, things might be a little bit different. Besides, why am I going to give you more people when you're not taking care of the people that I've already given you? Ouch. For sure, that hurt. And the only response though that I had was, you're right. And so, one, I apologize to you guys. I know that I have not been consistent in a lot of things with this. I haven't been consistent in putting videos and content out there. I haven't been consistent in where I also felt like he was calling me to do writing and stuff like that. So why is he gonna bring more people when I'm not even being faithful with the group of people he has given me? But this whole circumstance reminded me of the parable of the talents. I'll just read the story to you real quick, kind of give you what the actual Bible says about it, and then kind of what I took from it and learned from it. This parable is in Matthew 25, verses 14 through 30. And the parable goes, "Again it will be like a man going on a journey, who called his servants and entrusted his property to them. To one he gave 5 talents of money, to another 2 talents, and to another 1 talent, each according to his ability. When he went on his journey, the man who had received the 5 talents went at once and put his money to work, and gained 5 more. So also the one with the 2 talents gained 2 more. But the man who had received the 1 talent went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. After a long time the master of those servants returned and settled accounts with them. The man who had received the 5 talents brought the other 5. 'Master,' he said, 'you entrusted me with 5 talents. See, I have gained 5 more.' His master replied, 'Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness.' The man with the 2 talents also came. 'Master,' he said, 'you entrusted me with 2 talents. See, I have gained 2 more.' His master replied, 'Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness.' Then the man who had received the 1 talent came. 'Master,' he said, 'I knew that you are a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown, and gathering where you have not scattered seed. So I was afraid and went out and hid your talent in the ground. See, here is what belongs to you.' His master replied, 'You wicked, lazy servant. So you knew that I harvest where I have not sown and gather where I have not scattered seed? Well then you should have put my money on deposit with the bankers, so that when I returned I would have received it back with interest. Take the talent from him and give it to the one who has the 10 talents. For everyone who has will be given more, and he will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken from him. And throw that worthless servant outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth." So I felt that this had applied to my own situation because I felt like it was the same concept. Is I've given you this and you're not even using it, why am I going to give you more? So I don't really know how this season of my life is going to end because I'm still living through it right now, so there's no clean and tidy way to end this. But I guess the moral of the story, for me anyway, is just that we need to put God first in all that we do, and that he's gonna make everything fall into place how it needs to be, and it's gonna be in his timing. And his timing and our timing are 2 totally different things. So it takes exercising patience, but also knowing that us waiting on his timing is gonna turn out way better than trying to rush something or doing something outside of his timing. And another thing I guess would be to use actually what he's given us. Whether that be talents or witnessing to the people that you have around you, or whether that would be taking an opportunity that he has been prompting you to take, whatever it is, that's just naming a few, but using those things that he's given us, because he's given us those things for a reason, so we need to utilize them.